Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Husna, you did a pretty good job learning kana, asbaha, dhalla, and laysa. We're, alhamdulillah, done with that part. This is the last thing I want to teach you in Unit 9. We're going to learn this in theory and then do some practice, and we're done with Unit 9. The units are going to go pretty quick now, inshallah. We don't have too much more to learn. I want to spend most of the remaining units practicing Quran itself, like reading through Surah Al-Kahf and discussing it and making sure you know it, okay? So now what I want you to do first and foremost, this is new memorization. This is not something you've done before, but it is in fact memorization. Alladhi, alladhani, alladhina. Repeat that.
Alladhi, alladhani, alladhina.
Allati, allatani.
Allati, allatani.
And then the last two are two options, allai aw allati. Allai aw allati. Okay? Now close your eyes. And if you're not closing your eyes, I made it blind anyway. So you can open your eyes, it's okay. There's nothing to see. What do you remember seeing?
Alladhi, alladhani, alladhina, allati, allatani, allai, allati.
Very good. Alladhi, alladhani, alladhina, allati, allatani, allai, allati, and allai. Now, alladhi, the rafa' nasab, these are isms, okay? This group is called the Ism Mowsool. Ism what? Mowsool. Asma Mowsoola is the plural. Asma Mowsoola. Or you can call them Ism Mowsool. Now, Alladhi, the rafa' version is Alladhi, nasab is Alladhi, and jar is also Alladhi. Alladhina, the rafa' is Alladhina, nasab is Alladhina, jar is Alladhina. Allati is the same way. Allati, allati, allati. Allai, rafa' nasab jar, you always say what? Allai. And allai, allati or allati, either way, no change in rafa' nasab or jar. The only time you do see a change is in the pair alladhani. What do you think?
Alladhaini.
Alladhaini, alladhaini. Allatani.
Allataini.
Allataini, allataini. There is never any situation of light versus heavy. There's never any situation of proper versus common. These words are always non-flexible. These words are always, always, always proper. They're Ism Mowsool, they're always proper. Okay? 7 kinds of words that are proper back in the day that you learned. Proper names are always proper. Words with alif lam are always proper. Ism Mowsool are always proper. That was in there actually. We never discussed it, but it was always there. Okay?
We might have.
Huh? We might have discussed it? Okay, maybe. Now, alladhi means the one who. Alladhi means?
The one who.
The one who. Now you have to guess what the rest of them mean.
Alladhani. Two of them? Or?
That's pronoun, huma.
Both of them? Who?
Both of them who? The two who?
Yeah.
Alladhina.
The ones who?
The ones who, or those who. Allati.
The one who?
The one who, feminine. Allatani.
Both of those.
The two women
who? The two women who?
Allai and allati.
Those who?
Those who again, for women. Okay? Now these words, they're called Ism Mowsool, and as you can tell from the meaning, the one who seems like an incomplete word. Right? It seems like the one who what? You know? So I'm going to start with Alladhi and show you something. Alladhi means what? The one who. What does amana mean?
Believe?
Yeah, not just believe. You know more than that. How do you translate amana properly? What tense? What doer?
He believed.
He believed. Now we've got 2 words on the screen. Alladhi means the one who, and amana means he believed. Right? But we're going to combine both of them now, and we're going to say the one who believed. The one who believed. Now it is as though amana was taken over by alladhi.
Yeah.
Okay? And even when you say the one who believed, it's actually still not a complete sentence. He believed was a complete sentence. But the one who believed is not a complete sentence. Okay? So what alladhi does is alladhi actually takes a fi'l And even though a fi'l by itself is a sentence, you learned this before. Every fi'l by itself is a jumla fi'liya, which means it's a complete sentence. But what the Ism Mowsool does is it takes a fi'l and it turns it into a fragment.
Okay.
Okay? So it's almost as though this is not even a total word and this is not a total word. Together they become like almost like a word. But not even a sentence, almost like a word. The one who believed. Because I mean, think about this in English. The one who believed is similar, kind of, sort of, to a believer, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Which is a word. The one who believed is similar to believer, which is just one word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So the combination of those two things actually makes a weird kind of a fragment. Okay? This is a kind of fragment where this is called the Ism Mowsool and this is called the Silatul Mowsool.
Okay.
Ism Mowsool and what? Silatul Mowsool. Now usually when we have a fragment, something has a status and the other thing has a status, right? But in here, we actually don't have that problem. Alladhi could be whatever status. It could be because of a fi, it's jar. Because it's the doer, it's rafa. Because it's a detail, it's nasab. Alladhi could be any status, rafa, nasab, or jar. And the status of amana is irrelevant. That doesn't matter. We don't never even ask that question. It doesn't concern us. Okay? So the Quran says things like alladhina yu'minuna bil ghayb. Right? So what do you think that means? See, yu'minuna by itself, you know what that means. They believe.
They believe. So, the ones who believe?
Yeah, the ones who believe or those who believe. Those who believe. Okay? Again, it's incomplete. Those who believe what? And even if you say those who believe are good people. You have to finish it. Okay? This all together, this is, what is it called again, this part?
Ism Mowsool.
Yes, and this is called?
Silatul Mowsool.
Good, Silatul Mowsool. And this all together is acting like one ism.
Okay.
This all together is acting like
One
ism. So what one ism would do, this can do. Meaning one ism could be mudaf ilayh. So this whole thing could be what? A mudaf ilayh. This whole thing could be a mubtada. Why? Because an ism can be a mubtada. So you never look at alladhina by itself. You always look at it as one part, and its necessary connection is with, the Ism Mowsool is necessarily connected with Silatul Mowsool. Okay? Now that Silatul Mowsool is, let's say, those who believe in the unseen, al-ghayb. Forget alladhina for a moment.
Okay.
All you look at is yu'minuna bil ghayb. If you didn't have alladhina, what would you say? How would you translate it?
They believe in the unseen?
They believe in the unseen. And that's a jumla fi'liya. And in that jumla fi'liya, yu'minuna is fi'l mudari'. It's present tense, right? And fa'iluhu, help me out.
فاعله ضمير مستتر تقديره هم.
Good. Bil ghayb is jar majroor. It is a detail. What do they believe? They believe in the
unseen.
Now, is that because it's a detail of what? It's a maf'ul bihi. But is it mansoob?
No.
But a maf'ul bihi is supposed to be mansoob.
So it's في محل نصب.
Good, it's fi mahalli nasb. But that's still part of the jumla fi'liya, isn't it? The entire jumla fi'liya is the silatul mawsool. So it's all together one thing. If it was a large jumla ismiya, this whole thing would fall under one bucket.
Okay.
Okay? So if you say alladhina yu'minuna bil ghaybi ashabul jannah. What does ashabul jannah mean?
The people of Jannah?
Yep, means people of Jannah. That would mean this guy, even though it's made up of a jumla fi'liya, this whole guy is one word. Ism Mowsool and Silatul Mowsool go together to make one giant ism. And this guy is my mubtada, because that's my first rafa. I know it's rafa because I have no reason to think alladhina is anything else. That's my first rafa, so it's my mubtada. And ashabul jannah is my second rafa, which means that it's the khabar. Then I'll translate, those who believe in the unseen are the people of Jannah.
Okay.
You see what happened? So you can actually start taking complex pieces of language and putting them together now. Okay, because of the Ism Mowsool and the Silatul Mowsool. Okay. Now in the Quran, Alhamdulillahi alladhi, Anzala ala abdihi al-kitaba. Come back to where we started, huh? Alhamdulillahi alladhi anzala ala abdihi al-kitab. Now alhamdu is mubtada, you already knew that. Lillah is a jar majroor, which makes it a muta'alliq bil khabar. Now, alladhi has four properties. Four properties. What are the four properties of alladhi? What do you think? Is it proper or common?
Proper.
It's always proper. Singular, masculine. Right? It could be rafa, nasab, or jar. But we're trying to match it with Allah.
So,
if it could be,
then it's jar?
Yeah. Which makes the word Allah the mawsoof, and the word alladhi the sifa. And the way you translate it is, all praise and gratitude belongs to Allah who, Allah the one who, describing Allah. Now alladhi is the Ism Mowsool. What's the Silatul Mowsool?
Anzala ala abdihi al-kitaba.
Yeah. What does anzala mean?
Sent down?
He sent down, right?
He sent down.
But what does alladhi anzala mean?
The one who sent down?
Good. What does ala abdihi mean?
Upon his slave?
Now upon his slave is a jar majroor. But what question does it answer?
What did he send down?
What did he send down? Which makes this a maf'ul
bihi. في محل نصب.
Good. Al-kitaba. Or sorry, this is who did he send down on. What did he send down?
Al-kitaba, so it's مفعول به أصب.
في محل نصب?
No.
Then?
It's already نصب.
So مفعول به منصوب.
Oh. Okay, مفعول.
If it's directly nasab, مفعول به منصوب. If it's indirectly nasab, مفعول به في محل نصب. Right? Now, this whole thing is a jumla fi'liya.
Okay.
He sent down. Who did he send down on? What did he send down? What translate the whole thing?
Alhamdulillah. So, praise and thanks is for Allah, the one who sent down upon his slave the book.
Yes. Now, is everything connected?
Yes.
From lillahi all the way to al-kitab? You know how it's connected, right? Li is jar, the word Allah is majroor. The word Allah is mawsoof, alladhi is sifa. The sifa, alladhi, is an Ism Mowsool, and everything that follows thereafter is a Silatul Mowsool. So I'm arguing that from li all the way to here, everything is inseparable.
Okay.
If it's inseparable, then they should fall under one bucket.
The khabar?
Is it the khabar? What is lillah?
متعلق بالخبر.
This whole thing is muta'alliq bil khabar.
Okay.
Alhamdu is the mubtada. Lillahi alladhi anzala ala abdihi al-kitab is the muta'alliq bil khabar.
Okay.
You see that? So this is how now we're entering into advanced sentence structure. How everything's just starting to connect. One of the biggest pieces missing in your knowledge base was the Ism Mowsool. I kept skipping it. I didn't want to put that on you until you had some more background. And alhamdulillah, you do now. So now we can actually read the Quran and actually begin to make sense of even long sentences like this, and not just worry about small pieces, but connect everything and translate everything. Inshallah. Alhamdulillahi alladhi anzala ala abdihi al-kitab. Now, since we're there, might as well finish the ayah for practice purposes. وَلَمْ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ عِوَجًا. Ja'ala in Arabic means to make. But when ja'ala comes with lam, it means to provide. Okay?
Okay.
So, lam yaj'al would have meant? Didn't make. But since there's a lam next to it, didn't provide. Didn't provide it.
Didn't provide it.
Do you remember what iwajan means?
Crookedness?
Yes, he didn't provide it crookedness. Meaning the book has no possibility of crookedness. He didn't provide the possibility of being crooked or deviated in any way. Wonderful, wonderful. So Ism Mowsool, repeat them all to me really quickly.
الذي اللذان الذين التي اللتان اللائي اللاتي.
Fatiha, find me the Ism Mowsool.
Okay. Alhamdulillah. الذين.
Okay. What's the ayah?
صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم.
Okay. صراط الذين.
صراط الذين.
What do you think that means?
I don't know what صراط means.
Path.
A path. Notice.
Sirata has no alif lam. And it's light.
And الذين could be jar. So the paths of the ones who أنعمت.
What is an'amta? An'ama to bless. Who's an'amta?
أنت.
Yes. You blessed them. Upon them is translated as them. You can say them. You blessed them. How do you translate this whole thing?
The path of those who you blessed.
Simple. Path of those who you blessed. Alladhina is the Ism Mowsool. An'amta alayhim is the Silatul Mowsool. Okay. There's another little trick left to teach you. I'll think a lot about how to teach it to you before I teach it to you, because I teach it to dream students and they have a hard time with it, so I got to figure out how to teach it to you and make it easy. But before we do, we're going to do lots of practice of Ism Mowsool and Silatul Mowsool, inshallah, and then we'll get to that, the concept of da'at. Barakallahu li wa lakum.